All right, let's talk about something really important. What actually happens in the brain during a stroke? This is one of those medical emergencies where every single second matters. We're going to go inside the brain to see what's going on and, most importantly, we'll cover the simple signs that could help you save a life.
Just think about that. Every 2 seconds, that's how often someone somewhere in the world has a stroke. It's a truly staggering number, and it's exactly why understanding this is so crucial for every single one of us.
And this isn't some far-off statistic, 1 in 6 of us will experience a stroke. And while it is a major cause of death, it's also the leading cause of preventable disability. And that word right there, preventable, that's why we're here.
Okay, so let's get into it. To really understand what a stroke is, you first have to appreciate just how unique the brain is, especially when it comes to its need for oxygen.
The best way to think about it is like this. Your circulatory system is a massive network of highways, and your brain? It's the capital city. It's constantly demanding a huge supply of one thing in particular, oxygen. And this is what's so wild to me. The brain itself only makes up about 2% of our body weight, which is tiny. But look at this. It hogs a full 20% of all the oxygen our body uses. It is an incredibly energy-hungry organ.
So how does all that oxygen get there? Well, it arrives through 2 main highways. You've got the carotid arteries. An easy way to remember this is C for columns holding up the front of your neck, and they supply the front of the brain. Then, in the back, you have the vertebral arteries, which run up through your V for vertebrae. From these 2 main routes, they branch out into millions of tiny side streets, making sure every single brain cell gets the fuel it needs to function.
A stroke is what happens when that fuel supply gets cut off. It's like a sudden, catastrophic roadblock on that oxygen highway. And this can happen in 2 primary ways.
On one side, you have a hemorrhagic stroke. Think of this like a pipe bursting and causing a damaging flood inside the brain. But the one we're going to focus on, because it's way, way more common, is the ischemic stroke. This is the roadblock. It's a traffic jam where a blood clot gets stuck and blocks the entire highway, stopping blood flow cold.
That is the big question, right? Where do these dangerous clots even come from? They don't just appear out of thin air. They actually take a journey to get to the brain in a process that's called an embolism. A lot of the time, it all starts in the heart. Maybe there's an irregular rhythm that causes blood to slow down and pool a little. That gives platelets a chance to stick together and form a solid clump, a clot. Then, with one pump, the heart sends that clot on its way. It travels up the arterial highway, heading for the brain, and it just keeps going until it hits a vessel that's too narrow for it to squeeze through. And bam, roadblock. Everything downstream is suddenly being starved of oxygen.
Now here's a fact that's both fascinating and a little terrifying. Your brain has no pain receptors. You can't actually feel the clot. You can't feel the lack of oxygen. So instead of pain, the dying brain cells send out a desperate SOS signal through sudden external symptoms that we can see.
Luckily for all of us, there's a super simple and really powerful tool that anyone can use to decode these SOS signals. It's an acronym, and if you only remember one thing from this, make it this: FAST. Let's break it down.
First up, F is for face. Just ask the person to give you a big smile, a big, toothy grin. If one side of their face droops or looks uneven, that's a classic sign of muscle weakness from the stroke.
Next, A is for arms. Ask them to raise both of their arms straight out in front of them, like they're holding a big box. If one arm starts to drift downward on its own, that's another huge red flag for one-sided weakness.
Then we've got S for speech. Ask the person to repeat a simple phrase, anything easy, like, "The sky is blue." Is their speech slurred? Does it sound strange? Can they even get the words out? That could mean the language center of their brain is in serious trouble.
And that brings us to the most important letter of all, T. T stands for time. If you see any of these signs, the face drooping, the arm weakness, the speech trouble, it is time to call for help, immediately. Don't wait, don't second guess, every single second counts.
The second that call is made, an intense race against the clock kicks off. For the medical team, the goal is simple, but it's incredibly urgent. Remove that roadblock and get oxygen flowing back to the brain before the damage becomes permanent.
So their first weapon is often a powerful clot-busting drug called TPA. It goes in through an IV, and it's literally designed to dissolve the clot and reopen that highway. But, and this is a huge but, there is a very, very tight time window. It usually has to be given within just 3 to 4.5 hours from when symptoms started. After that,
it's too late.
Now, if a patient is outside that TPA window, or if the clot is just too big, doctors can perform a procedure that sounds like it's straight out of science fiction. It's called a thrombectomy. They actually insert a tiny catheter into an artery in the leg, guide it all the way up through the body into the brain, and use a tiny retriever to physically grab the clot and pull it right out. It's absolutely remarkable.
So here's the bottom line. Both of these incredible treatments, the drug that dissolves a clot and the procedure that pulls it out, are completely dependent on time. The faster a patient gets to the hospital, the better the chance doctors have to preserve brain function and prevent permanent disability.
Which means it all comes back to you. Recognizing the signs, remembering FAST, and acting immediately, that's the critical link between someone making a full recovery and someone having a life-altering disability. Now you know what to look for. You could save a life, maybe a stranger's, or maybe even someone you love.